Okay, so here we go. As you see, that new tire rolled by there. This Baylor tire, I think I mentioned it in another video. I'm pretty sure I did. I got Timothy there, Butt Crack Anonymous. Um, yeah, this tire, I had drove it about 40 miles, 35 miles down from a farm that I do that's quite far away, obviously. And I had put twine in the baler, and I had, what did I do? I ejected the bale, I put twine in the baler, I fueled the tractor, and then I was backing the machine into the building. And when I got out of the tractor, I peed, walked over to the 730 propane tractor, and I checked the valves, because sometimes if someone uses it, they forget to shut one of the two propane valves off, and the gas leaks out, and then you've got no gas when you want to go fire up your 730 propane tractor. So I checked the valves, and when I started checking the valves, I hear this stretching noise, and it just, yeah, it exploded. And it was kind of fortunate that I wasn't too close to it. But anyways, Timothy's wrestling and wrangling, and we're trying to figure out the best point to jack this thing up from. And we do find out that it is a lot more difficult than we had previously thought. So while he's under there wrestling around, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the West Pandy bashing that's going on certain people's sites. You know, it's left the comment section and has now went to two different farming channels where they're vocalizing. Well, they can not like me. I really don't. That doesn't bother me too much. What bothers me is that they're watching my videos half-assed, and then they're making up comments that are not true, or making up stories about the video that are not true, like me bashing Ryan and Travis from Wisconsin. Travis has a channel. It's called The Rest of the Story, which I love the title, by the way, and Ryan's How Farms Works. Both great channels. I have expressed a little bit of concern for both of their channels. I think they need to sync them a little bit better. Syncing. Get them at least close into what they're doing, or completely separate the operations that they're doing, because Travis is a pretty much a daily uploader, and Ryan is a once a week uploader, sometimes once every other week. And I think that Travis's channel is kind of hurting Ryan's, but that's just my opinion, my observations. It's not bashing in any way. And then a video I did 2 days ago, I referenced Travis, and in his video, I said, and as Travis would say, from the rest of the story, that we only show people what we want them to see, which is 100% true. There's a lot of things that go on this farm that you're just not privy to see. The same with Ryan and Travis. They just don't show you everything that is going on. I show more than they do. And that's just the long and the short of it. I show more than they do, and it is true. I mean, there's some tempers that flare around here, and there are some other things that just don't ever get shown on YouTube. Private stuff, family stuff like that. I only show you my family stuff when I really want you to see it, and I have to respect other family members. I don't want them, they don't want to be on YouTube. They're not on YouTube. That's just the long and the short of it. So, with that being said, I was alerted yesterday morning of one farming channel in particular that, that he actually was talking about me and stating that I had bashed and trashed my customers, which is nowhere near true. Not at all. I have had some customers in the past. I've never mentioned names either, so I don't know where they come up with that I'm bashing customers. I'm not very kind to customers that are not kind to me. when someone says that they're going to pay you when you deliver it, and then the check comes and is nailed to the barn door and it's post dated without them previously talking to me about it, which I'm not too shocked or alarmed, because that's how some horse farms do their business. But the last horse farm that I really dealt with, that was that really tried to screw me, it was $37,000. It was no small chump change. And in the video that this other farming channel had made, he said that he tells his customers, "Oh, if you don't have the money, just pay when you can." Well, I'm kind of like that. I used to be kind of like that, but I'm not like that anymore, because I grew up and realized that people are shitty, and they took over 4 years to get me paid. And it wasn't like, "Oh, well, I did everything I could." They were applied for farmland preservation. They had piles of horse manure that had to be spread. I lent them my manure spreader. I mean, there was so many things that I did to try to get this cleaned up, so that I could get paid. They were so poor that they didn't have heat for their house. I cut them firewood, and it still took 4 years to do it. My only requirement after they got their money and was that they never called me again, which they did call me twice, and I didn't answer the phone. But the thing that disturbed me the most was, out of that $37,000 plus that they had owed me, I only got paid $34,000 and change. It wasn't much. So anyway, that's just my kind of rant on. It's not really a rant. It's just my concerns. If you're going to watch my videos and criticize me, at least watch my videos to the end, or at least comprehend what I'm saying in the video. And the video that I'm referring to is my sarcasm in the beginning. That's the name of the video. So the title pretty much says it. There's a lot of sarcasm in that video at the beginning, and then it gets more serious towards the end of the video. And that's just the way that it is. It's the way that I am. Sometimes I'm sarcastic, but when it comes down to people handing you a rubber check, knowing full well that there's no money in that account, just so that they could feed those horses, you're fair game. And he even goes on to say that I'm not nice to my neighborly farmers. Well, I helped my neighbor out with, I helped my neighbor out here a couple of weeks ago, getting his straw baled. And yeah, of course, he's going to pay me to do the job, and I charged him a very, very cheap rate. But you know what? He got his soybeans planted by 9 o'clock that night, and he was very thankful. So, there it is. So, but if you're going to do what some farmers do, there one particular farmer, I think there was 2 of them that did this, it's a jealousy thing. They get upset and they got to throw obstructions out in the field. There was one farm that I had picked up because the guy he never made the hay the one year, and they were starting to get autumn olive bushes growing in there. So I got the phone call. I said I'd do it. I cleaned it up. They were really happy. I brush hogged it actually, and laid down a nice good dose of 2,4-D, and I fertilized it. And that particular farm, I ended up with a floor jack in the field. A floor jack. Well, they threw the floor jack in the field. There was a hay rake there that they had owned, and they came and got the hay rake and left their floor jack there. I hit it, and it cost me about $700 to fix my mower, because it was a disc vine and it busted the cutter bar all to hell. That was before there were shock hubs on the New Holland headers, or cutter bars. Another time was a farm that the man tried to take from me, and told a bunch of lies and stuff. And when the property owner told him, "No, I'm going to stick with Wesley," I got a old mailbox fence post in the field with the concrete on the bottom. Well, if you've ever seen my hay, you know that it's thick, and of course we hit it. Shock hubs was all the damage that it did, but those things aren't cheap either. That was several $100s. The one that really took out the Gale mower, that was out across, I'm not going to say where it was, but that was on a farm that this particular person tried to get also, and he didn't get it, so he took a tire, rubber tire, a log chain, and a cinder block and hooked them all together. And of course, when that goes into the machine, what do you think it does? It destroys the cutter bar and some other parts on the mower. That is costing me $4,600. So, do you think that they deserve respect? No, I don't name them in my video because that would be a violation of the YouTube program. But you know what? I can say that there's some shitty farmers around because there are. And this particular person doesn't use a scrap of lime or fertilizer. He just takes it off, weeds and all, and then let him deal with the horse people. I'm okay with that. But anyways, I guess this is long-winded enough. I hope you enjoyed my my little rant here and my tire change. And boy, I'll tell you, that was a tough deal. That was hard to do, that tire. That thing was stiff. Anyways,
okay, so I'm going to finish this up here. I'm filthy now. Sweated pretty well through to my underwear. It's hot. I'm going to show this tire and its issues. Somebody's text messaging me. Alright, Teresa. Okay. I'm going to put it over here. This tire has to go back to the dealer, the tire dealer, not Messick's. They don't have anything to do with it. Now, I ran the tire flat over to the shop so I could get to it. So these markings here, these are new. The tire actually just blew out from the inside here. I don't see any puncture wounds. If there was, it's, is what it is anyway. Who the hell knows, but that's it. You can see on the inside, if I can get in here. Oh, come on, body. There's what the interior of the tire looks like. You like shred it apart like that. I don't know if it did that in the explosion or what, but somewhere someone will know. So I'm just gonna finish out. I'm exhausted now. That tire kicked my ass. I wrestled with it for a lot longer than what you saw on video because my camera's battery went dead. But anyway, I don't know. I wish I hadn't drove that thing over there flat like that because now there's marks in it and whatever. I documented it with photographs, so hopefully that all can be emailed over to the tire dealer and then maybe they'll give me some warranty on it. I don't know. It's just blown out. But anyways, I gotta go help my mom here for a little bit and then I'm gonna go take a shower because I'm sweated wet.